Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stand. I suppose it's the start of a new season in many ways. Manchester United kicking off with Manchester City in the Community Shield final. And you're very, very welcome on the show as normal. Welcome. What an afternoon. Get your comments in. I mean, look, as a content creator, it's been a bloody... It's like Christmas, but it's also chaotic. I mean, I just don't understand why Man United have done it like this. I mean, at least wait till 6 o'clock tonight. I mean, we've had Here We Go Wan-Bissaka, we've had Here We Go Mazraoui, and we've had done deal on De Ligt from Ornstein and Romano. I mean, they are the Messi and Ronaldo, aren't they? You score, I score, you score, I score. It's a real positive. It's a real positive coming into this game today to have this information coming through that basically what we wanted to start the week with, if we're being honest, is what we're ending the week with, which is Manchester United getting deals done in and out. Take it all about. It says Manchester United versus Man City. Well, do we need to change it? I mean, it is right, really, but we'll be changing that. Manchester United against Man Titty. Oh, Titty. Man Titty. We should have kept it. No, I've changed it back. Rome Design and Citizen said, look, I'm stood up. Stood up, Bridge, for the start of a Premier League season. And we are all ready to go, of course. Why is the scorecard not pausing? I don't know what that's all about. Maybe someone can help me out with that in a minute. But yes, I mean, what an afternoon. We've got the Man United lineup for you, which I need to get on the screen. We were talking about Super 6, which we're really excited about as well. The start of the EFL, if you're interested in all that as well there. And we've got, obviously, a very, very big game coming up against Manchester City. Of that, there is no doubt. And, you know, normally we'd just be here talking about the team news, I suppose, which is going to be on your screen now. There it is. But, yeah, just so much to go through, and I'm probably going to miss some stuff as well. Happy birthday to the legend that is Roy Keane, says Patrick. Yep, happy birthday to Keno. Look, really over the moon about De Ligt. I did actually manage to get time to do a reaction to De Ligt. I'm proud of that. Wan-Bissaka's Here We Go and Mazraoui's Here We Go video, they're probably never going to get one. I mean, look, that's a bit sad in a way, because what we like to do on the United Stand is give everybody their Here We Go video and everybody their, you know, moments. But unfortunately, there's just not a lot you can do when you get De Ligt dropped at half-1 and then in the next hour you get another 2 players and you've got a match to go as well. It's just one of those things. It's a Super Saturday. It's a Super Saturday, to be sure. I mean, we won't forget this. I mean, the closest I can remember to this was when we had Schneiderlin and Schweinsteiger very, very close together. But yeah, it's good news. It's good news because with Mazraoui and De Ligt in, they're like 2 new signings. They are. But no, they are like 2 new signings that just come straight into that squad and give us something. Because look, when you look at the United lineup very, very quickly with the game, apparently Bruno's out and Scott McTominay's in. I'm not aware of this, so let me have a look. Bruno out, apparently. Let me just... let me change. I can't change it. Right, I wasn't aware of that. So, God, fucking hell, everything's going on here. What happened with Bruno then? Bruno got injured. Why are people... can we block the people doing laughing emojis about Bruno Fernandes being out? Because they're not Man United fans. No, he's not out. He's not out. Okay. Oh, fuck off. I'm off. See you later. You knew I was in a bad mood this morning. Whose idea was that? Kev's fired. Was it Kev? Who was it? Was it Tull? I want to know. They're fired. That is just... yeah, that is just harsh. Slow sports news, Matt. Oh, God. I'll tell you what. That was 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Yeah, Matt, slow sport news. One of my admin is... I've got... I think we're going to have a lot of fun today. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Take a deep breath. We're going to have a lot of fun. Bruno's not out. If you think Bruno's out, don't worry. It happens to the best of us. I've just been trolled by a community that I was thinking about doing 10 years. I think I might stop after today. We never got to 10 years because I just got tired. But yeah, it's a very look. I'm only joking with you. It's a very invigorating Saturday. We've got a very competitive game against Man City coming up. Yeah, we'll talk about the team news in a moment. But by the way, can I just say, we launched this last night. This is something we're very, very happy about. Super 6. If you live in the UK and Ireland, you'll probably know what it's all about. So Super 6 is a game that you can now play. We've got our own Super 6 league. Thank you to Super 6 for it. So basically, what you do is there's 6 games every week from the Premier League where you have to guess the score. And you accumulate points for how many you get right. So we're going to be playing this all season on the United Stand, and we've got prizes to give away each game week, including £100 voucher for classic football shirts, where I've had some absolute classics. You can get some really good ones. So, but also it's not just about that, it's about the competitive element. We will be shouting people out every week on the Sunday show in the morning, telling people who've won, etc. And it's going to be very competitive, and it's going to be good fun as well. Links in the video description, or you can use the QR code, but use the league code UTD S6, and then you can be in our United Stand league. It's going to be really, really good. But it's absolutely free to play, and for the first weekend, you got a chance to win a whopping £2 million. Now that's the total game. The games you've got to pick for are Arsenal Wolves, Newcastle Southampton, Everton Brighton, West Ham Villa, Brentford Palace, and Chelsea Man City. So just to give you a glimpse, I've gone Arsenal 2-0 against Wolves, Newcastle 2-0 against Southampton, Everton 1-1 Brighton, West Ham 1, Villa 2, and then I'm not going to tell you my last two because everyone might copy it and I might have to share 2 million. So it's free to play. 6 results every week you've got to predict from the Premier League, and we've got our own league, which is the code UTD-S6. But opening weekend, they've got a £2 million jackpot to play for. Get involved with it. We're really excited about it, and big up to Super 6 for linking us up with it. All the details are in the video description, and they're next to me there. Another month, big shout out to Super 6. Get involved. A lot of you are. A good bit of fun and interaction for the season. Love it. Are you still going to be making a video about the Goldbridge Arms as Outdoor Adventures? I don't know what that video was, mate. Mark, you said it. We got the Here We Goes, says Bobby. Yeah, we got 2 Here We Goes this week, didn't we? We got 3 with Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well. So, yeah, we've ended up where we wanted to go. If you want to know where we are at the moment in relation to transfers, more than happy to discuss that. Do want to talk the game a bit, though, because we're playing in like 15 minutes and we've not even showed you the Man City side yet. But the story in the last, not even 2 hours, David Ornstein confirming Man United have got De Ligt. I've done a little video of that on the channel. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, medical is 100% booked on Sunday morning. West Ham will follow with formal steps. Here we go on that one from Fabrizio Romano at about 2 o'clock today. Wan-Bissaka to West Ham, here we go. Verbal agreement placed for right back to join West Ham from Man United. Medical test booked tomorrow. And also Matthias De Ligt and Mazraoui. Here we go on Mazraoui. Green light as planned after Wan-Bissaka's move. Mazraoui will cost 20 million euros. Add-ons included in that. It's actually 15 million euros plus 5. Fabrizio's not done a Here We Go on De Ligt, but we have had David Ornstein say this. Manchester United exclusive. Agree a deal with Bayern Munich for De Ligt. 45 million euros plus 5. 5-year contract with a +1. And everything is going to go through there as well. So in effect, we can confidently say this afternoon that Manchester United have completed the sale of Aaron Wan-Bissaka to West Ham and have completed the deals of Mazraoui and De Ligt. And we were talking about that, weren't we, a few days ago, and basically just saying that, oh, we've got a De Ligt, here we go as well now. That's coming in from Fabrizio. Let me have a quick look and confirm that for you. Yeah, De Ligt to Man United, here we go. Bayern accepts it. So, yeah, it's all done. All in time for kickoff. It's all done. Manchester United have completed the Here We Go hat-trick in one day. Have we ever had a Here We Go hat-trick, by the way, in in Manchester United Fabrizio Romano transfer history. I don't know whether we've ever had that. That surely has got to be a first. But that is done. Here we go. Fabrizio Romano from for De Ligt. And he's done all 3 now for that. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Very, very pleased with that. And I don't think you couldn't be happy with that today, really. I mean, look, it would have been nice if they'd been done earlier in the week. But I said this on my video reaction about De Ligt, actually. There is still an opportunity that that both could be involved against Fulham. I mean, involved for me means starts. There's no point in them not start it. I mean, a Mazraoui probably won't start, but it gives us an option. But De Ligt, I think is very, very interesting. Could he play against Fulham? I suppose. Look, Ten Hag is more than capable of throwing players in straight away, which is why I'm a little bit disappointed he hasn't done it with Xerxes in the match so far, in this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if he threw De Ligt in next Friday. He's done it before. He's thrown, like, I think Martinez got thrown in very... I don't know whether anyone wants to do the research on that, but it might be worth looking when Martinez joined and when Man United's first game was, because I definitely remember him doing it with somebody where he threw them in straight away. Harvey says, smart move by Ineos getting it done today. Why, Harvey? I'd love to know what the smartness is of doing it today. Martinez at left back today should be interesting, or is it a back 3, says Akshay. Yeah, let's have a look at the United team, because don't forget Super 6, get yourself signed up for that. It's going to be very exciting this season. But let's have a look at this lineup. We've got Martinez in at left back. I look at that side. I look at that Manchester United side. I'll go through some of your super chats in a minute and your normal chats very much. Thank you very much for that, as usual. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We are on the road to 2 million now. We're on that road. When we'll hit that road, I don't know. But if you don't subscribe, we won't do it. So get involved with the United Stand, the biggest and best community for football in the world. Well done, everybody. Get involved. Make sure you subscribe. But let's have a quick look at this Manchester United side as it comes in. So, yeah, Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire. We're playing on the edge of our box today. Hopefully, this is going to be one of the last games we ever see Manchester United play a deep line. But we will have to. You can't play Maguire and Evans and not play a deep line. God, have you seen the graphic for Man United's lineup this season? Horrific. Absolutely horrific. Who signed that off? Oh my God. I mean, I'm no graphic designer, but that is terrible. If you go to the Man United Twitter account, @ManUTD, and have a look at the graphic for the lineup, I wouldn't sign that off for United Stand. My graphic designers know. Well, to be fair, Nitro says it looks cool. Well, there you go then. I would not sign that off. I can't read menu. It's white against white. I can barely read the players' names. I don't like that at all. I liked the whole red background. Names very, very clear. Anyway, so I would not sign that off, but maybe, you know, some of you quite like it. I don't like it. But there you go. So yeah, we've got Onana in goal. Delo, Martinez we think is left back, and then we've got Evans and we've got Maguire. A lot of people saying, why do you think he's picked Martinez at left back? Because I don't think Martinez is playing 90 minutes. And therefore, I would expect that. But then again, there's no Ahmad on the bench, is there? Yeah, well, that is weird. We've only got one defense. We haven't got... Well, I don't know what he's playing at here then. I mean, I really don't know why Ahmad would not be involved, actually. I really don't know. I'm a bit confused. So I thought he was playing Martinez at left back for 45 minutes, and then you bring Ahmad on and he plays 45 minutes. But I can't see Ahmad on the bench. I've got Binder, Collier, Ericsson, McTominay, Pellistri, Anthony, Garnacho, Sancho, Xerxes. So I haven't got Ahmad on the bench, and I don't think that's... I don't think I've got that wrong. But yeah. Somebody just said to me he is involved. No, I can't see it. So maybe Anthony will come on at left back. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know why we're playing Martinez at left back, because Johnny Evans and Maguire will be centre back. Midfield three I quite like: Casemiro, Mainu and Bruno. Look, whatever you say about Casemiro, it'll be a test for him today, but that is our best midfield three that we can put out at the moment. Certainly shouldn't be seeing Eriksen or McTominay in there, and Collier's probably not ready. And then Rashford and Ahmad, I think they're both playing because they've had a pre-season. And Mason Mount, yeah, I mean, I'd like to have seen Xerxes start, to be honest. I'd like to see Xerxes start, but, he isn't. So there's not a lot to say. The bench: Binder, Collier, Eriksen, McTominay, Pellistri, Anthony, Garnacho, Sancho, Xerxes. I mean, this is the problem that Sancho's got. The problem that Sancho's got is, how do you get breakaway into that team? Garnacho is not playing because he's only just come back. But, Sancho still can't get in that team. So, yeah, very, very difficult to see for somebody like for Sancho to get into the team. Let me just I'm trying to get the Man City team up on the screen for you. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a look at Manchester City. And I suppose the easiest way for me to do it is to not have to try and read that small stuff and just go straight into this. So Man City's lineup looks like this: Ederson, Vardial, Diaz, Akanji, Lewis, McAtee, Kovacic, O'Reilly, Bob, Haaland, Doku. That's beatable for United today. That is a beatable Manchester City side. And I'm not being disrespectful, but Lewis, Bob, O'Reilly, McAtee, they're not, Kevin De Bruyne and all that lot. I mean, Grealish is not fit again then, is he? Not even on the bench for them. I think we've got Grealish on the watch-along thumbnail. I mean, does anybody take any notice of Man City? I certainly don't. There's the dream team, look. Brailsford, Barada, Ashworth, Wilcox, all sat together, red suit, red tie. But they've got Phillips, Nunez, Silva, Savinho, their new signing, Savio, they call him, De Bruyne, Aki, all on the bench. So they could have put a stronger team out, to be fair, Man City. But yeah, you'd look at that and you'd say we might be able to get something out of it. Right, I'm going to catch up on some super chats now. Apologies because I've took a bit of time to do this. So Casper says, about Hermosa this morning, on paper he starts as a left centre back, but they switched to back four and he always plays at left back, says Casper. Thank you very much. Sven says, Man City lose the Community Shield every year. Let's hope they do it again. Brian Reed says, it's the first time I've been this positive for a season in a long time. Stability in manager and Ineos and good signings coming through. Well, did you see, I got sent a screenshot of this. Did you see what Luckhurst has tweeted out already? He's already tweeted out the number of players that have been brought in that are Dutch or have played for Ten Hag. And that's what you're up against. I was talking about this on That's Football yesterday. There is the likes of certain pundits out there and journalists who just won't let this drop. They won't let it drop. And at the end of the day, what does it matter if De Ligt played for Ten Hag at Ajax 2 clubs ago? It doesn't matter. Agate hasn't played for him. Rasmus never played for him. Xerxes not played for him. It's to me, I just think it's a bit, petty. And I think when you're inheriting a pile of shit, then familiarity is probably the best way to go in the short term. I mean, look, if we had a football club that was competent and had allowed Ten Hag to get rid of some of these players quickly, then maybe he wouldn't be going for players that he knows. But the scouting's been poor. He's had no director of football that knows what they're doing. I mean, at the end of the day, if I was at Man United and I'm being told you can't sell him, you can't sell him, you can't sell him, and then I'm looking at my director of football and they're incompetent, I'm just going to say, buy me him, buy me him, buy me him, because I know who they are. Because I want to stay in a job. Now, until we get to a point where we've actually got an ownership that knows what they're doing, and maybe we have now, I don't think that will change. And De Ligt was recommended by Ineos, by the way. Our centre-back targets, none of them had ever played for Ten Hag. Todibo, Branthwaite had not played for Ten Hag before. And they were our number 1 and 2 targets going into the summer transfer window. Yoro's not played for him either. Here we go. Always delivering the news first, says Tashi. Thank you very much. Do you think Yoro injury played a part in the De Ligt deal being done more swiftly, says Grim? No, I think we wanted De Ligt and Yoro. I think that was very, very clear that that was the case. And, you know, I'm just glad that we've got it done. Can't wait to hear Ricky today, says Shine. Mark, has there been any news on McTominay and Fulham, says Sivesh? No, but it's... it might be a kick up the arse for him today, to be honest, to see that he's not actually part of the team. Man City lose the community. We've done that one. We've done Hermosa. First time I've been this positive. We've done that. Hi, Mark. Just driving. Do you mind telling me who's on the bench? Bench for Manchester United. Can I do that easily for you? Yes, I can. Binder, Collier, Ericsson, McTominay, Pellistri, Anthony, Garnacho, Sancho, Xerxes. Lot of attackers there. Paul, thank you and welcome to the members clubs. Paul Simon. Another Anthony left back. My goodness, says Jackie Boy. De Ligt, here we go. What a great signing, says Jack. Hi, Mark. Do you think they'll announce De Ligt on the pitch before the Fulham game, says Sander. I want him on the pitch in the bloody top. I want him playing that game, mate. Do you think Maguire and Lindelof will get the hint now, says It's Mark? Well, you know, that might be something for the 8 o'clock show tonight. Take the hint. Take the hint. That might be a good thumbnail. Soften the blow after the bloodbath, says Harvey Specter. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, so Harvey's saying announcing all these new signings could soften the... I look at that Man City side and I don't see a loss, to be honest. Do you think that he's playing Martinez at left back to see if he can get that, can get cover, then get Branthwaite, says Tony. Now let's sort out the midfield where games are won and lost, says Eno. Smart from Ineos getting it done today, says Harvey. I remember you mentioning something about doing a video called... I've done that one from Outdoor Adventures. Welcome to the members club, Vihangan and Maksud. Good thing with Maz is that he can play left back as well. Mazraoui, says Elliot. All right, Mark, bought your book the other week. Absolutely incredible. Even with the first chapter, you got me dying with laughter. Thank you as always. Thank you everyone who's buying the book, by the way. Legends, Joseph. Really appreciate that. Are you still done that one? Mark, you said it. We got Here We Goes. Another month. Good evening from Australia, Mark, says Broken Pig, who's been a member for 15 months. You're a legend, pal. Zinedine, welcome to Members Club. Would you be happy with that as the window? 5 new players if Agate comes. I'd take it, Barry. No defenders on the bench. Reminds me of Fletcher and Carrick at centre-back, says Nicholas. Shiny new toys incoming, says Ronnie Pickering. Hi, Mark. How are you? Is definitely a Here We Go for De Ligt, says Man United fan for life. Happy birthday to the legend. Okay. Love it. I think I've just caught up with all the super chats there, which is fantastic. Jake's got a massive hangover. You should have seen me on the morning show, mate. Irritable Bridge. That's what you get when you have 4 cans quick together. I mean, I didn't even realise it myself why I was in a mood this morning. I think that was it. Edward V, welcome to Members Club. And Jackie Boy says, I'm seeing the headlines now. Ten Hag turning Manchester United into the Dutch national teeth. Bunch of agenda-driven idiots. Mate, as long as we call them out, they can't win. They didn't get Poch. We got Ten Hag. They didn't sack Ten Hag. We kept Ten Hag. If they want it, we got it. You want it? We got it. Here we go, always delivering the news. Thank you, says Tashi. Right, we're only a minute away from the start of this game. Better get the old timer ready for the first time this season. Well, it's not the first time, is it? We've done a few of the US tour. Feels a while ago. We're heading towards 910,000 subscribers. We could do that today. I need to change it to 908. We're only 300 away from 909. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Get involved with the channel. We're moving on that road to 1.2 to 2 million. Get involved. You're welcome. I'm very excited about this. You know, there's a bit of a buzz in town. The mood has changed. And let's hope that Manchester United can go out and get something good going on. We're hoping to have player ratings for you, by the way. We've been working hard on having them redone for the start of the season. And there's some fantastic work been going on behind the scenes. We've been cracking the whip. Not really, because that would be, you can't do that unless it's bondage, in which some people do like it. I sort of think I'm not going to try that. But hopefully the player ratings will be ready. We will let you know for the match reaction. We love all that. But we're ready to go here. Manchester City against Manchester United at Wembley. The FA Cup holders, us, against the Premier League holders, them. And Bruno is about ready to kick it off. And remember, for some of these United players, I tell you what, I don't mind this kit when we wear black shorts. I don't like it with white shorts, but this kit's not bad with black shorts. That's my opinion. You can say what you like about that. Diz says you love bondage, Mark. I can honestly say I've never tried it, but I just don't think I would. Yeah. Anyway, is there anything important we can learn from this game, says Edward? Yeah, I spoke about this last night. Motivation, physicality, mentality, momentum, agility, focus, motivation. Are you going to hit the season in a different way or not? I mean, Harry Maguire's playing right-sided centre-back. Cheerio, mate. Cheerio, you're done. You're finished. Lisandro Martinez at left-back. Yeah. Mark, I'm worried about Casemiro, says Marcus. His legs are gone. Well, he's a player certainly to keep an eye on. We were talking about this morning, about shots from the edge of the box and all that. But Bruno's playing as the false nine, by the way. But Casemiro's certainly a player to keep an eye on. But Man City are missing a lot of players as well. This shouldn't be a bloodbath. He says, get in the book. What's better, audible or normal, says James. I always like something physical in my hand. And preferably something that's mine, and the book is. But the audio version's good, James, as well. So go with what you want. Haaland singing "God Save the King" broke me, says Jackie Boy. I don't think City will thrash us, but they'll definitely lube us up for the rest of the season, says Abby. When do you think De Ligt will make his debut, says Oliver. And Jonathan Matthews says, if I buy the book today, will it affect the Times Sunday? Yeah, the Sunday Times list comes out tomorrow, mate. So yeah, if you want to buy the book today, links in the description. Get on with it. You will massively make a difference. Oliver, when do I think De Ligt will make his debut? Good play by Mainu here. I'm hoping he'll be involved against Fulham, but it just depends how much training he's done with Bayern Munich. I think he was back doing his tests all of last week, so yeah, it should be okay. Liam says 38 million plus 4.2 in add-ons. Why argue for weeks about 35 million? Says, yeah, I know. Paco says that the Bayern fans are not particularly happy. And Sean McGovern says, do you think Martinez and De Ligt will be like Ferdinand and Vidic? I mean, mate, come on. Let's give a shout out to Connor, who's been a member for 53 months, but let's not get stupid. Vidic and Rio were a very, very good centre-back pairing, and let's move through other centre-back pairings before we start talking about that. But yeah, I hopefully they will be decent. Man United just knocking the ball around the back at the moment. Bruno wins it. Nice ball into Rashford. First time ball. I mean, we're looking at that, aren't we? We are looking at that today. The wingers. Can we get Ahmad in the game? I mean, look, maybe there is a conversation to be had here. I don't know what your thoughts are, but would you like... Some people get really obsessed about a false nine. I don't like false nines, but some people really do. What about if this is the future? Mount and Bruno as the 9 and 10 interchanging with each other. I don't like it. I want a striker. But, it might be something we look at. Man City just having a bit of the ball. Liam's going to Malaga tonight. There we go. What a day. Have to find a bar out there for Friday. Liam, enjoy it, mate. I'm very jealous of people heading on their holidays at the moment. I was actually watching a vlog of somebody walking around Palma Nova yesterday, because I ain't going to get there. I imagine Martinez will spend lots of time in midfield from that left-back position, says Ben. Yeah, Martinez can't be a future left back, by the way. He's got to play centrally. He's too good to be playing at left back. Steve Parrott says, how's the standing desk? Really good, mate. I think for games, it's going to be a game changer, literally, because when I'm watching a game of football, I like to be moving around a bit. Xerxes basically a false nine, says Harvey. Gone and bought it, haven't I? Coming tomorrow, says Jonathan. Thanks for buying the book, mate. Legend. Right, here's Ahmad. He's run it out of play. Parmanova's in Mallorca, Biff. Apparently it's warm in Belfast. It's overcast here in the UK, but apparently it's going to be warm tomorrow and Monday. I'm sure we'll see Xerxes coming on at some point, yeah. Here's Man City down the right-hand side. Deep defensive line from Man United. I mean, this is an example of a deep defensive line if you're watching the game. Man City have got the ball on the halfway line. You can't see our back four. That's a deep defensive line in all its glory. Stefan says, did anyone see a delete? Here we go. No, we didn't, Stefan. Bloody hell, you're the first to tell us. Breaking news, Slow Sports. It's 25 degrees in Dublin, says Marcus. That is warm for Dublin. That is warm for Dublin. Diagonal by Man City again. Playing a lot of players. Yaj, that we haven't heard of. McAtee. I mean, I have heard of them, but not normally for Man United. For Man City. Hi, Mark. I'm excited for the season, says Yaj. Can you give my friend Kevin a shout out? Sorry, I read ahead here, Yaj, so I was coming at it with the wrong angle. So, Yaj says, hi, Mark. So excited for the season. Can you shout out my friend Kevin? He passed away in a car accident recently at 29. We bonded over United and our love for football. Thank you. Rest in peace, my brother. What a lovely message. And obviously, rest in peace, Kevin. And very, very sad, but nice of you to put that message in there, Yaj. Brian's in Canada and his book's coming today. He's excited. And Lee Berman's got the book packed for Calador. Oh, lovely. Calador's lovely as well. Mallorca. Lovely messages in the chat about Kevin. And Savage, who's been a member for 18 months, is patiently waiting for Ugarte. Nearly 30,000 watching. Thank you, everyone. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Kevin Keegan's getting angry next to Pep. It's not Kevin Keegan. It's just a bit of a lookalike. Man City coming forward again. And it's into Haaland. Nice little 1-2. Johnny Evans. Heavy touch. But Mainu, this is where we have to be decent. Bruno. Need to slow it down a bit. Oh, what's this? Long ball by Maguire. This is what we know is going to happen. Yeah. Long ball by Maguire to Marcus Rashford. I'll be happy when we don't see that happen again. Gifted 5 memberships. Edward V, thank you. And I'm looking forward to another season with you, Mark, says Esto. If you're tuning in saying stop being moany about that, we literally spoke about it this morning. You needed to watch the morning show. I said there will be countless diagonal long balls from a deep defensive line looking for Marcus Rashford in behind. And we've already seen 2 in the first 8 minutes. Corner to Man City. So corner Man City here. Let's see what happens with this. We've got to defend. I mean, that's something as well. We didn't say that before the game, and I'll say it and I'll take credit for it. Set pieces. The set piece coach that we brought in, very good reputation, has been at the club for a few weeks now. Terrible at set pieces for many years, even worse at defending corners. So let's see if we start to see an improvement on that. He was at Southampton, wasn't he? And did a very good job. So let's see if we see some improvement on that. We've sold the Spider. Take the fridge too, says Alejandro. I suspect there will be quite a lot of you disappointed, actually, with Wan-Bissaka going. I mean, look, we probably, well, we won't, because it's old news. We won't get to do a here we go for Wan-Bissaka because obviously we'll be doing match reactions and everything else. I'm sure on the 8 o'clock show we can raise a drink and say thank you. But I think with regards to Wan-Bissaka leaving Man United, I know a lot of you, felt that he should stay as a backup. I think you've got to be ruthless. Very, very good defensive right back. I really hope he starts for West Ham and does well. Because I always liked Wan-Bissaka. I just think he had limitations going forward. So we wish him all the best. And I think that's the thing. Like selling players over the years, I've seen people like Nicky Butt go to Newcastle, Phil Neville go to Everton, Alan Smith go to Newcastle, and you wish them all the best. It's just time to go. And I think with Wan-Bissaka, it's just time to go. And I think for a player that we overpaid for, £50 million for him was ridiculous. He actually leaves Man United with his reputation relatively still intact. I don't think he's come out, he was overpriced, but he's not, I don't think Wan-Bissaka, I mean, technically Wan-Bissaka's probably a flop, isn't he? But I don't see him as a flop. I just see him as somebody that we overpaid for, who, never really established himself. But when he did start and had moments, he did okay. I'd sort of say Wan-Bissaka for me was probably a 6.5 as a signing. Apart from the fact that we overpaid him, overpaid for him. Roro says, have you heard the Yoro to Man United news? Okay. And where do you think Man United are going to come this season, says Liam? Well, Man City have got a chance to dink this in. Easy header away, that. I think we've got to be looking to... I think we've got to be looking for top 4. I mean, I'm doing my Premier League predictions that go up on That's Football on Monday. And I think we're starting to get a more clearer picture now. I mean, Chelsea with Neto, Ahmad coming in, that makes them stronger. We've made a couple of signings as well. I think Zubimendi will end up at Liverpool. So we're starting to see a clearer picture of what's possible. Casemiro should have played the simple pass there. We had a breakaway and he tries to do clever feet. And Man City come again. But I think United have got to go for top 4. Yeah. Yef says, Saturday morning football is back. Cheers from California. Cheers, Yef. Hope you're doing well. I'm coming over to the States soon, in the next 6 months. So hopefully we can do some meets and greets and stuff like that. Or even just meet up in a pub. That'll do me. Long-time follower in Georgia, says Cody Brown. Went to South Carolina for the tour, even though it wasn't a great showing. Can't explain how much it meant to finally get to see United in person. I love that, Cody. I love that. And that's what people forget. Is these fans around the world, these tour games are massive for them to actually see United. Rashford's getting a bit of stick in the chat because he just got sent back to, he's a United youth product, but he got skinned. Is your timer wrong? It's about 2 seconds fast. You're right. Let me sort that. It is. You're right. Thank you. Pause, play. Pause, play. Pause, play. There we go. I'm shocked by how little you guys paid for both players, the 7-inch destroyer in relation to De Ligt and Mazraoui. Thank you very much. Can't wait to see you in a Sander Burge t-shirt, says Grace Sheridan. Yeah, that's not happening. Scotland or Ireland, says Carb Sauce. We don't play that. And Joskin says, game is not on in France, but glad that the here we go came before the game. Full Glazers time, it would have come out after the potential defeat. Edward V gifted 5 memberships. Thanks for all the super chats, by the way. You can do that through the $sign and make sure you subscribe. Harry Maguire's just gone down here. Didn't see what happened. Oh, just got a bit ahead from Haaland. Maguire there. And he's not enjoyed that. Just cleaning up his face. Haaland gives him a hug, and they're all right. What's he hobbling for? Why are you hobbling? You got hit in the face. Oh no, he's smiling. He's all right. He's all right. ITV mentioned crossing stats last season. Defo fans, says Pure Turnip. People watch. People watch. Well done. Super 6. I'm going to shout this out because we've got a bit of a break, actually. So let me just shout it out again. Super 6. So excited about this season. I'm in it. Hopefully you're in it. We compete against each other every week. 6 Premier League fixtures. You pick the results from those. You predict the results from those fixtures. We've got our own league, UTD-S6. Get involved in the competition. We're going to be mentioning it a lot over the course of the season. But it's free to play. And the first weekend, they've got Super 6 General Tournament, £2 million jackpot to give away. So get involved. It's free to play. Links in the description. Scan the QR code. Super 6, because it's 6 Premier League fixtures every week that you have to predict the results from. And we've got our own mini league, which is that code down here, UTD-S6, where we'll be giving out prizes as well, including a £100 classic shirts voucher each week. So very excited about that. Get involved. For some reason, BN Sports not showing the match in Dubai, says Rashid. Yeah, I suppose, I don't know why. Might be an odd question, but what do you see Mount playing this season? Will he be backup, or Bruno, will he be played another position? Well, that's what I was talking about, Bart. If we play like this, then you can play Mount and Bruno, but it's a very, you know, if I speak to you now after 15 minutes and we look at the stats, they look like this. You know, no shots on goal for Man City, to be fair, but we've had no corners. I guarantee we've hardly been in their half of the pitch. I mean, we don't have that in our stats, but we've hardly been in their pitch. And again, we're just looking for this long ball over the top. I'd like us to build some possession. Just get your foot on it and build some possession. It's relentless at the moment. But look, I played the game. You've played the game. We saw this before, didn't we? We mentioned this in the preview. We mentioned it this morning. This game will be loads of possession. Doku's just destroyed Delo. He's into the box. Goes past Maguire as well. Oh, dear me. I mean, Doku's just skinned Delo and Maguire there like they were bags of cement, and the cross was just out of reach. But we mentioned this before, that this game, if you were predicting it, would be Man City with sort of 60-70% possession and Man United hitting long balls on the break from a deep defensive line. And it's exactly what's happened, which is why I can't wait to get De Ligt, Mazraoui, you know, let's see what this Xerxes is all about, and get a midfielder in, because nothing's really changing here. It's what we've seen before, which is what we were panicking about at the start of the week. I mean, Casemiro, so fucking late there. That tackle was so late, it was actually in the FA Cup final. Neutral here, first 15 minutes, and it just seems Rashford is a passenger with no effort or work rates, as Mr. Midgie. Oh, I'm going to try and keep an eye on individuals, because I've more been looking at a collective. I honestly, that's lovely play by Doku, to be fair. Right in front of Ten Hag. He got that in 4K. Fun fact, De Ligt, his grandma lives next to me in Spain. The kid is a monster. I see him every summer when he visits. I loved him at Ajax and Juve. I'm truly excited to 7-inch destroyer. Lovely stuff. Lovely. Kyle says, I love Rashford, but he's allergic to contact or fighting for 50-50. A couple of people have noticed that. I must admit, I'm not really focused in on individuals yet. I don't normally until like 20 minutes. But at Ajax, Martinez played as the midfielder. Do you see him as an option for the number 6? I don't really, Corny. I think he's the best one as a centre-back. Joseph bought the book and loves it. Thank you very much. Football's back, Mark, says Theodore. Finally, De Ligt and Mazraoui, says Siggy. Well, look, I've got a podcast called Goldbridge Saves Football, and also as part of doing like the Super Six and all that stuff that we're doing, which I'm very excited about, I've picked a team from every league in the English league, because everyone knows I like Solihull Moors, who are National League, but I've also picked a team from every league, and I'm sort of going to keep an eye on them this year. So we've had all the League League 2 played at 3 o'clock, and the Championship all played at 12:30. My team, Coventry, lost to Stoke. I picked Coventry as my team this year, and they lost to fucking Stoke. So there we go. Carrickey won 1-0 against Swansea. Leeds drew with Portsmouth. West Brom beat QPR. But yeah, it's all up and running. So good to have football back. Makes me feel excited, but not in a sex way. That's just weird. I think we're both being a bit harsh on Rashi. He's been calm, okay, calm down. He's tracking back, but the contact comment is fine. 4-2-4 out of position is interesting, says SK. Mark de Ligt signed for 45 million, says Marcus. Hold on, Man City into the box. Johnny Evans is there. Oh, no, he wasn't. And get rid of it, Deleu. Start, bench, sell, water, coffee and orange juice. I don't drink orange juice. I hate orange. The only orange I like is chocolate orange, and that's not really orange. So orange can do one. I'm not interested in orange. So I'd start water, bench coffee, and sell orange juice. Easy. Thank you very much for your super chat. United with their panic defending again. Hopefully it's not like this again this season. I would say that Rashford's done. A lot of people going in on Rashford. I need to watch Rashford. I've not really seen it. I mean, honestly, I think Casemiro has been disappointing as well. I don't think Rashford's helping Martinez enough at all. This is 1-0. Oh, my God. Our defence looks absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And Rashford isn't helping Martinez at all. Dear, dear, dear. But look, in relation to the defence, in the defence of the defence, Your Honour, I would say this. Martinez is out of position. Maguire is out of his depth. Johnny Evans is 35. And Deleu's playing his first pre-season game. Casemiro is their number 6 as well. So, you know, I can sort of give them a little bit of leeway, considering that, you know, next week you would hope to see Martinez back at left back, Martinez back at left centre back, Luke Shaw left back, Deleu will be more match fit, and De Ligt will hopefully play centre back. So, you know, you would hope to see things change. Afternoon, Mark. Can't believe the new season has come around this quickly. Really glad the De Ligt and Mazraoui deals are finally done, says Hornet. Mark, Bruno looks tired. Could that be lack of fitness? Yes, Franklin. I mean, I think with Mainu, Deleu, Martinez, Bruno, they've got a ready-made excuse. Like, it's their first competitive minutes. Rashford, Mount, Ahmad, Casemiro, no excuse. They've got to be. They should be ready. Why is Mount playing as a striker with us having a lot of options up front like Rashford, Xerxes and White? Says Wheatley, you mean, Mohammed. And afternoon, Mark. Thank you very much. The Rashford hate is crazy. 20 minutes in. Oh, Man City hit the post. They've hit the post. It's a goal is coming for City. It's a right mess at the back. And United are getting a little bit of humiliating at the moment. They are. There's a bit of a chat. Look, in relation to Rashford, it's pre-season. He's done okay in pre-season. Can we just not make it about one player? I think that's fair. Dan Harding says, the Rashford hate is crazy. 20 minutes in, he's obviously been told to stay forward and rung on to long balls. Fair point by Dan. Could be tactical. And also, what's Rashford doing that Casemiro's not doing, or Mason Mount's not doing, or Harry Maguire's not doing? I don't think you can... I did say this. I wouldn't individualise it. Anana gives me no confidence, says Blow. But you know what? Anana's playing with the defence, you know, on his lap again, isn't he? He's not playing as a sweeper keeper. He's playing as a bloody... No, that was a mistake by Martinez, just not sharp, trying to play out from the back. Any news on the 115, says Ryan? No, but it's still true. It's still there. Who's your League 2 team, Deadpool FC? Charlton, Jackie boy. My League 2 team is Charlton Athletic. Coventry's my Championship team. Charlton Athletic is my League 1 team. Notts County is my League 2 team. And Solihull Moors is my National League team. So, yeah. Got your book on Audible. Not as erotic as I hoped, says Spencer. Wait till you get to the last chapter. You'll have a right stiffy. United with their panic defending again. Hopefully it's not like this again this season, says Delusional Unicorn. That's a crap ball by Anana. Thanks for all the super chats, by the way. Really appreciate that. And thanks everyone who's getting involved. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We are only 10 subscribers away from 909,000. We're trying to get to 910 today, this afternoon. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the United stand. Player ratings after this, as usual. So do monitor the players. Player ratings are back with a bang. They're interactive as always. So be keeping an eye on each player because we go through that on the Match Reaction show. Fan forum after that. Mainu caught under pressure here. Man City just look a lot sharper than us, don't they? Which is probably understandable when half our team are playing their first pre-season game. Obviously, a lot of the Euros players for Man City aren't playing. So a lot of these players for Man City have played pre-season, I think, haven't they? Here's Rashford. Another long ball. And, yeah, nothing's going to come of that. How have we been in their penalty box? I don't know whether we have. I'm just typing in here because I know there's somewhere I can find out. Just long ball FC. Do you think managers are under pressure for Rashford? I absolutely same wasteful, moody Rashford of last season, says Adirage. Watch some game. You missed so many mistakes from our players, says Messi. Mate, it's pre-season for me as well. I've got to get back into the rhythm of watching a game and keeping an eye on the chat. It ain't easy, bruv. Everything's happening down Rashford's side, Mark, says Let. No, but it didn't happen when Doku skinned Delo and Maguire, did he? They could have scored from that. Here's Bruno. No, misplaced pass. A lot of misplaced passes. I'd get Xerxes. Well, I wouldn't get Xerxes. I wouldn't get the bloody ball. Graveyard shift. Did someone steal your chair? Why are you standing? Says Nelly. Nelly, it's only words. It's a long ongoing thing with us, whereby I've always said that when I watch a game of football, I like to stand up. So someone said you should get a stand-up desk because it's good for your back anyway. So. Yeah, I tend to stand up on the 8 o'clock show at night and trying it out for watch-alongs as well. Right, Man United could... Oh, no, we've lost it. I thought we were going to get in their box then. Man City have got it again, though. Lost it. Just want to shout out the O'Reilly for Man City. Not really heard much about him, but big lad, confident on the ball, physical. Ahmad into the box, first venture into Man City's box, and it's good play by Ahmad, and he just shoots wide. But there you go, that's what he can do. Lovely play, lovely feet. That's it. Best moment of the game for United. And just shoots wide, but that's our highlight of the game. Nice to see that. Nice to see that. Darren misses Sir Bobby in the stands. SCY says, Ten Hag's a genius. Why play a striker if you know your team will never get inside the box anyway? No new wing, even Chelsea got one. Graveyard shift, says Max. And FIFA Crazy says that Casemiro is affecting Mainu's game. Why is he so high when we take a goal kick? He's meant to be the conductor. We really need Ugarte. There we go. Do you think... Thank you very much for that. Interesting. Mason Mount dropping deep. I mean, this Casemiro is pissing me off. His passing is just so... What's the opposite of delicate? Clumsy. He's just flicking these balls off all the time with no care on it. The one team in the world you cannot be careful with the ball is Man City. And he's just doing these little dinks and flicks like he's playing against fucking, you know, Man City's under 12s. Even they'd be all over him. Nah, he's miles off, mate. He's miles off. Who will be United's second captain this season? I think it's Casemiro, mate. I think that's who it is, yeah. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. 36,000 watching. Community Shield. Love that. Man City with Doku, though. Good play by Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans has done all right. I mean, the thing I like about Johnny Evans is, at his age, he's not trying to be the next De Ligt. He's not trying to be the next Van Dijk. He is, at the end of his career, you know, at Man United, just putting a shift in for us. And I love all that. But here's Ahmad. Lays it off. Casemiro! Ahmad! Oh, he should have scored. He passed for the Mount. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. It was lovely play. Why did he try and pass to Mount? Fuck him. Just because he's got the number 7 shirt on. Oh, Ahmad. It was lovely play. Why didn't he shoot, says Rocky. I know. The last couple of minutes, Ahmad's come alive. And it was actually good play. Great bit of football. Casemiro played a lovely 1-2 with him. But Ahmad, again, just showing what he can do from that right-hand side. He's got to be the right winger. Got to be. I mean, if he can do this to Man City, imagine what he'll do against the lower clubs in the league. He just loves to take people on. He loves it. And look, probably should have scored, but I'm not going to knock it. What a player. What a player. Absolutely brilliant player. And could have been 1-0 to Man United there against the run of play, I suppose. Hopefully they'll show us a bit of a replay of that. Not at the moment, though. United just knocking the ball around. But nice to see Ahmad getting into the game. Here it is. Ahmad, overlap there from Bruno. Opens up a bit of space. 1-2 with Casemiro. Well timed. And yeah, he should have shot. Mason Mount's not even anticipating the cutback, to be fair. Yeah. I mean, but you know what? Don't knock creativity. Don't knock creativity. You know, he's tried to be creative there, hasn't he? You know, everyone's saying shoot. In some ways, it's quite a good thing that we've got a player that actually is looking to pass there. Well, United just coming into the game a little bit more here. We've actually been in their box twice, which is more than we have looked like doing. Bruno with a shot from distance. We don't like those, Bruno. We don't like those. Take the time to make some sense of what you want to say. Right, a bit of a break here as DS gets a ball to the face. Greetings from LA, says Chirma. Looking forward to another season with this community. Thank you very much, pal. Hope you're doing well. Really looking forward to Ahmad this season, says Jide. Feel bad for Mount. He's nowhere near this first team, says Alejandro. I mean, he's playing in a tough position. It's like playing Sancho as the false nine, really. He's, you know, you're asking him to do a job. Jackie Boy says, I'm only joking with my last chat. It's good to see Ahmad playing the pass there. A striker will be there. We need someone that can pass. I take the positive, Michael. Yeah, I take the positive. The fact that he's looking to pass. Will we see Xerxes sub today? If so, who do you think will take off? Says Kenneth. Well, it could be Bruno because of fitness. I mean, if everyone was fit, it would be Mount. But, you know, maybe Bruno's only going to play an hour. According to Martin Tyler, the way we play is determined by our sporting director and not our manager. Is that true? No. No, not really, Bradley. It's a multi-layered question, but the team's not being picked by the sporting director. Let's put it that way. Chelsea reject midfielder playing striker wearing number 7, says Parker. Agate and no left back or Fofana and Gutierrez, says Reese. Well, I think we need two. I think I would take those two, to be honest, over one. Nice ball by Mount out wide. Get it to Ahmad again. Here he is. 35 minutes gone. Look how direct he is. He's going to use Delo. Definitely my favourite player on the pitch for Man United this half is Ahmad. Just so much, you know, I don't want to compare him. Oh, Rashford. I think he's offside anyway. No. Goal kick. Whoa, he's got a score there. I tell you what, it would have been a good move. Let's watch this back. Bruno into Casemiro. Nice ball into Mainu. He's onside. Oh, he's got a score. That would have been a really good team goal. And he's miles away. Miles away. That was good play. That was good play. Really looking forward to Ahmad this season, says Jide. Dale, thank you. Welcome to Members Club. Thanks for joining. And Ian Carlton says, I love the book. Looking forward to watching this season with you in the United Stand community. Let's hope Ten Hag gets backed and it's a good season. Thanks, Ian. Do you see De Ligt or Mazraoui getting a few minutes off the bench against Fulham, says 90 Stephen. I want to see De Ligt starting, mate. I'm not giving up on that yet. I mean, Mazraoui's a backup anyway, but, I'm not giving up on him starting. What's your favourite Oasis lyric, Mark, says Bintang? Oh, I don't know whether I've got a favourite lyric. I've got favourite songs. Apparently, Casemiro's cooking. Yeah, I personally think he's had a shit half defensively. I think he's made a couple of good passes on the attack, but he's not a number 10, is he? I think defensively, he's given the ball away so many times. And he's just not quick enough. But he's made a couple of good passes in the final third, admittedly, the one to Ahmad and the one that helped with Rashford there. But I'm not asleep to the fact that he ain't good enough. Dial, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much. Mount does nothing every time he plays, says Callan. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I need to change that. Subscriber number. So, 8 minutes to go. Man United have probably had the best of the last 10 minutes, I would say. Disagree with me if you want, it's fine. But I think that Man United in the last 10 minutes, we definitely had our best 10 minutes. It wasn't looking good before that. There we go. 909. We're on the road to 910. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're live straight after this game with my match reaction and your player ratings interactive. Then we've got the fan forum, and then I will be live at the 8 o'clock show as per usual. So make sure you subscribe, get involved with the United Stand. You're all very, very welcome. Man says you're just knocking the ball about. Nice to see a high press, says PB. Well, I think that's the advantage of having a Mason Mount and a Bruno, is that as midfielders, they have got, more of an engine. But, I mean, I just saw Rashford press then and Bruno press then. And against a team like Man City, there's no point pressing in a straight line. Good tackle by Casemiro. He's had a good 10 minutes. I'll give you that. Casemiro's had a good 10 minutes. Raz says, since Casemiro's been more progressive with the ball, we've looked miles better. And my aunt went full Scottish and called Rashi a tube, says Jackie Boy. Mr. Goldbridge, I haven't been to work since July, out with a bad wrist sprain. Thanks for keeping me sane with the content mark, says J. Dot. Hopefully it's the right wrist that's injured as well. Man City on the attack again. Not really created anything since they hit the post. Is Doku. Quick feet, but they've not got anywhere. Leonandez says, those passes from Casemiro is your sign to stop the blame. Yeah, mate, I don't watch football like you. That's why you've got an opinion and I've got an opinion. I'm not blinded by a couple of good passes. His job is a number 6. And if he wants to be our number 8, then he can play as a number 8, can't he? If he wants to be our number 10, he can play as a number 10. I'd be much happier if he actually held the midfield and timed his tackles better. That's the thing that's the thing that cost us last season. Celtic could beat Man United any day, says Rocco. And I think it's worth saying you can see Casemiro is motivated for the season, looks fitter than ever. His body is really tight at the moment. I don't know what you lot. Look, we'll talk about it in the player ratings. I don't know what you're seeing. Ali, welcome to Members Club. Thank you. And Jay says, my God, I said this when we played Betis, and I'll say it again. Please give Ahmad the right wing spot. He's just so good and energetic. And SK says, the only issue when we get pinned in our half, that'll be the defence we have at the moment. Says SK. Look, in relation to Ahmad, we did say in pre-season, you're absolutely correct. If he isn't our right winger this season, there's something very wrong. Across the pre-season, he's been head and shoulders the best player in the squad. In this game, we were in trouble, and it was 2 moments from Ahmad that have changed the momentum back. Well, not back to us for the first time in the game. So I think Ahmad, we need to start putting some respect on his name. And it's a little bit like the development of Garnacho. I think there was a time 2 years ago where Garnacho was breaking through and was seen as a young player breaking through. And then last season it was like, well, he's not a young player breaking through. He's got to start. And I think Ahmad's in the same position now. We've got to stop talking about Ahmad as a player that, you know, needs game time or deserves to start. Like, he should start. Like, 100% he should start. He ended last season well. He's been the best player in pre-season. He should be the starting right winger. It shouldn't be about potential. He should start. And if he finds himself back on the bench for Garnacho and Rashford again, I think there's something wrong, because neither Garnacho or Rashford really look that comfortable on the right, whereas Ahmad loves it, you know. So I think for me, Ahmad's just got to start. Why are we parking the bus against Man City B, says Franklin. Well, this ain't our A team either, mate. So I don't know what you're talking about, Man City B. Lee Cape Town and Ali, welcome to the Members Club. Absolute legends. Thank you very much. Dawal says, if we get a Garte and have funds left for either a midfielder or a defender, I'd get a 6. We've seen how competent midfield can take the pressure off, says Dawal. Yeah, I mean, look, we've seen that, Casemiro's not going to lose all ability, is he? He's still going to be an important player. But where is he now? Where is Casemiro now? Is he still injured? He must be off the pitch. Doku with the shot. Well, I tell you what, that was close. That was close. But yeah, we desperately need somebody in that number 6 role with energy. And quite rightly, a lot of people say about Agarte, well, you know, have people seen enough of Agarte? Because he's not like a Zubimendi or a Rodri that's going to dictate the play. But what Agarte has got is he's a defensive monster, and he's really quick across the ground, and we need that. We really do need that. So, and that's where Casemiro struggles, is that, you know, that mobility. If he pushes up the pitch, like, you know, Casemiro was in the final third there and made a couple of good saves. If he does that, a couple of good passes, if he does that and then Man City break, he's out of the game. So we do need someone with a bit more legs. Elliot Dale, welcome to the members club. Daniel O'Connell says, Mainu really stops City from controlling the game, the pressure he puts on them. Chad says, Ahmad is why we won the FA Cup. Thank you very much for those super chats. Appreciate that. So looks like we're going to end the half 0-0. I'll take it. I'll take that because for the first half an hour, I was absolutely concerned about how we were playing. And, we'd not even been in their half. But I think the last 10, 15 minutes has been a lot better. Just about to hit the 45-minute mark here. Hopefully, we're not going to see referees adding on stupid amounts of time this season in the Premier League, but we've not had any definitive protocol that they're going to change that. Obviously, if you're used to watching the Euros and the Tours, we've seen intelligent minutes added on. It directly feeds into, only 2 minutes added on. That's common sense. It directly feeds into injury and fatigue. So we don't want to be seeing half times with 5-10 minutes added on. 2 minutes is common sense. I see dead bodies. Says Garnacho and Ahmad should start and Rashi should be fighting for his place. But let's be real. When Garnacho comes back, Ahmad will fight for minutes. I mean, I think there's a conversation to be had there because Garnacho should start and Ahmad should start. And I suppose if they start, where does Rashford play? I mean, obviously, if one of those players isn't playing well and Rashford's playing well, he should start. But I agree with you. I don't see a situation where Marcus Rashford finds himself out of the Man United side. I just don't see it. So Ahmad and Garnacho could be fighting for the starting spot. You're right. Can I make a channel translating your videos to Spanish, says Parker? Well, I don't know how that would work, apart from the fact you'd translate it to Spanish. But you'd be in for a long job, mate, doing stuff like that, considering how much long-form content we do every day. Dino says, I just got here. How are we doing? And I've just got the book. Well, thank you very much for ordering the book. You're an absolute legend, mate. And Hayden says, can you call Jacob a prat, please, Mark? Jacob, you're a prat. And Mainu really stopped. Done that one as well. James says, if Rashford starts every week, I'll always be Ten Hag out. Look, we'll go through the players at half-time. That's the best thing to do. We'll go through the players individually at half-time rather than, making it about one player. Mark, what's your FPL team looking like? Says Maxud. I haven't looked at it yet, mate. I'm actually going to have a sit down at half-time. Trouble is, you can stand up for too long. The sit down. It's like a bloody. Oh, it is half time anyway. Players are going off for half time. And get your thoughts in on that half of football from Manchester United. I think that let's have a look at those stats. That's always something to stick up on the screen anyway at half time. And I need to get back into the rhythm of how things work on a match day. But yeah, let's get that up on the screen because that feeds in nicely. So look, we brought the possession down. That's a positive straight away. It was up at about 60-40. So to get it to 45-55, that's an improvement from where we were after half an hour. So, that is a positive. I think no shots on target for either team is quite telling. We should have scored. I think Ahmad's pass to Mount, you'd have hoped that would have been a goal. Man City can probably look at some chances as well, too. But I think with the half in general, I would say if we can get this to a penalty shootout or a 1-1, or, I'll be quite happy because I just want to get out of this game, take the positivity from what we've done today in the transfer market and focus in on Premier League points. And I think that first half an hour, they were dominating us and it was embarrassing. I mean, all we had was this long diagonal to Rashford and a deep defensive line. And it was just really frustrating. And then suddenly Ahmad gets the ball, out of nothing has a shot. And then we sort of grew in confidence for 10 minutes. And then we nearly scored with Rashford as well. I forgot about that chance. So I think that is a disjointed Man United side. It's nowhere near the sort of side we think we'll be playing. So if we can get out of this result without some sort of stupid headline that leads to Ten Hag out bullshit, then I'd be quite happy. Because Martinez ain't a left back. Dalot's playing his first game pre-season. So is Bruno. So is Dalot. So those players are playing their first game. Mount as a false nine doesn't work. Obviously, a lot of people aren't happy with Rashford again. Ahmad's done well. And look, player ratings for half-time, I'd say Onana hasn't really had a hell of a lot to do, so 6. Dalot has had a tough game against Doku, but I think a lot of that's to do with fitness. Doku's had more of a pre-season than Dalot. So probably a 6 for Dalot. Same for Martinez. Maguire and Evans, I'd probably be generous and give them a 6, but I hate the defensive line and I hate the long ball. Casemiro is probably a 6.5 because of what he's done going forward, although there was a lot of misplaced passes and tackles in the first 25. Mainu I'd probably give a 6.5 as well. I think he's been very energetic for his first pre-season game. Bruno's struggled, I think. He looks like a player that needs more games. It's his first game and he looks like a player that's playing his first competitive pre-season game. Ahmad, for me, would be the standout player of the half, a 7. I mean, he wasn't in the game for the first half an hour, but then when we got him in the game, he's clearly the best player. And then Rashford, again, probably a 6 as well. Just not really in it. And I think some of the criticism of Rashford's a bit unfair because has he had a worse half than Mount or Maguire? Probably not. Has it been a bit average? Yes. Do you expect more? Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But I think the contrast, I would say, is that when you've got Ahmad doing what he does with limited opportunity, you need to see a bit more of that from Rashford. That's what I would say. It's like, I don't think he's doing anything particularly bad, but he's just not in the game, is he? And when Ahmad gets the ball, something happens. And I think that's where Rashford could do with improving. He's like, nothing's really happening when he gets the ball. There'll be a nice little pass, but when Ahmad's getting the ball, things are happening. So, he should have scored that goal, and if he'd scored that goal, then we'd all be talking very differently. But I'm relatively content with that 0-0 at half time, and we've not embarrassed ourselves. And actually, I think in the last few minutes of the half, we did quite well. Would you consider playing Casemiro as an 8? Says Jim Bob. What? Look, on Casemiro, in my opinion, going forward in the last 15 minutes looked good and made a couple of good tackles. In the first half an hour, I thought there were many misplaced passes. There's 2 that spring to mind. One when we were breaking away and he could have just played it through to Bruno and he decided to take the Man City player on and lost possession. Another one where he tried to dink it forward to Rashford when he had loads of time and gave possession up. And then there was a few misplaced tackles as well. So I felt that, Casemiro for me has been one of my favourite holding midfielders of the last decade in football. But over the last 6 months, it's just not good enough. We're paying £350,000 a week. £350,000 a week, and people want to celebrate a couple of passes. Like, that's my issue with Casemiro. It's almost like if he doesn't play badly, he's having a good game. And I think we need way more from that. And look, I don't care what people think about what I think. It's just an opinion. But I know for a fact Ineos and Ten Hag think the same. They just can't sell him. If they could sell him, they'd do it. So we've got to hope that we see more from Casemiro. And I think we did in the last 15 minutes. But there's absolutely no way this season that he is the solution for Man United at number 6. I mean, let's run a poll on that. Is Casemiro the solution this season? Is Casemiro at 6 the solution this season? Yes or no? I don't mind if you vote yes. Go for it. Rashford is going to lose his place to Garnacho at this rate. I think this 4-2-4 could work with Bruno and Mainu in the middle. And Xerxes ahead, says Tom. How can it be a 4-2-4 if you've got Bruno and Mainu in the middle? Casemiro's there. I don't know what you're talking about, Tom. What is this 4-2-4 people are talking about? I don't think we're playing a 4-2-4. I think we're playing the same position, the same thing we always do, which is a 4-3-3. And Mount and Bruno are interchanging. I don't see a 4-2-4 out there. I really don't. I know a few people do, fair play, but I don't think we've reinvented the wheel at all. Would you consider playing that? Sad Amas didn't make the cut today, says Mud. I'd have played Amas today. I'd have played Amas at left back and put Martinez at centre back. I don't think Martinez suits left back at all. I don't think it suits his body type. I think he's a centre back. Can you call my mate Josh Pratt? We've done that one as well. Sean Turner. Let me find where you were. Dave Gwill says, Agate is energetic, keeps it simple, perfect for Menu. And Andre Gomez says, it's very important to note we are playing the same style of football that we saw at the FA Cup despite a worse team. This team is consolidating. Maguire 190k, fourth choice centre-back. Is that too expensive, says the Wheelbarrow. Well, it is, but if he's going in a year, there's nothing we can do about it. Hope we don't see a sleeping second half performance, says Kevin Lopez. Can you call Ryan a prat, says Maxud. Ryan, you're a prat. Quicker to learn English once than Spanish videos, says Stephen Willocks. And did you hear the big news? The Premier League is back, says Milford. Owen Price says, are you watching any of the Welsh League teams? No. And I'm so pleased with Mazraoui and De Ligt signings, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they improve the team. Hopefully Agate isn't far behind, says Emily Derry. Well, the great thing about where we are on signings, by the way, is that we're no longer going Wan-Bissaka, Mazraoui, De Ligt. They're all here we go. So next week, if you want to talk about transfers, there is no conversation about those three players because they're all done. So that's a positive. Hasn't been terrible. Lucky City not full strength, says Steve Brown, but we're not full strength either. You know, that works both ways. I hope we can see a full strength team for the majority of the season. Here's to 41 months. Cheers, everyone, says Eric, who's been a member for 41 months. Martinez and De Ligt at centre-back with the same playing style would work much better. So I wouldn't read too much into the mistakes. Ahmad is exciting, says Suradeep. Can you call my mate Joshua Pratt, says Ben. Joshua Pratt. And also Sean Turner says, we need another number 9. Our past teams that were successful had more than 2 strikers in the squad. The lack of goals from last season looks like it's going to carry on, says Sean Turner. Thank you, Sean. Xerxes and Hoyland up front equals Zirkland up front, says Tom Bowler. That main camera not being on the centre line is hurting my soul, says Shahin. And Scott Hargreaves says that has been a member for 46 months. I wouldn't mind Casemiro as a squad player if we can't sell him, says Juiced. Yeah, I agree with you. But as somebody just said about Maguire being fourth choice centre-back on 190k a week, can Casemiro be a backup bench player on 350k a week? It will hurt Ineos, that will. Do you think we'll sell McTominay? We need another midfielder, says Mario Franco. Look, apparently McTominay wants to go. And him not being in the team today will hopefully force him out. So McTominay wants to play more games. So apparently he wants to go. Will somebody make a move for him? We'll have to wait and see. Can I just say as well, thanks everybody who's getting involved in the Super 6 game we've got running this season. A lot of you will know what Super 6 is, but if you don't, it's free to enter. Scan the QR code, links in the description. To enter the United Stand League, use that code UTD-S6. Each week, 6 Premier League fixtures will be given out. You just have to predict the score and you accumulate points based on how many of those you get right. Within our league, we will be giving out weekly prizes, but also in the general game, week 1 is a £2 million jackpot. So even if you're just going to play 1 week, then we don't want to play 1 week because you want to compete in our league. But Super 6, 6 fixtures, predict the scores, links in the description, scan the QR code. It's free to play. 2 million jackpot in the first week. And also we've got our own league, which is UTD-S6. Get involved. We're really excited. I love Super 6 and it's great that we've got our own league now. So big shout out to Super 6. One player offloaded, 2 new signings facilitated. Just imagine if Casemiro, Ericsson and Scott McTominay went, says Sakin. I think this is a great point from Sakin because Wan-Bissaka goes, De Ligt and Mazraoui come in. If Casemiro and McTominay went, we probably would get Ugarte and another midfielder. We probably would. So it is about sell to buy. It's always been about sell to buy. And if we can sell, I think we will buy. But, you know, let's wait and see what can do. Do you believe Ineos and Ten Hag are bringing in too much Dutch influence, says Dusty? No. No, I don't. No. That's my honest answer. Or are you Samuel Luckhurst? All love from America. Excited for the season with everyone in the community, says Alex Baller. Getting some lovely messages like that. Thanks, Alex. Sean Banner, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much. I've been watching every watch along since you were at 200,000 subscribers, says Gareth Woods. You're part of our match day ritual. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Gareth, and thanks for supporting us. I've done that one. Do you believe I've done that one? Do you think we've done that one as well? Thank you very much. Perfect. I'm trying to ignore some of the Rashford stuff because I think it's just too far. On Casemiro, is Casemiro at 6 the solution for the season ahead? 27% of you have said yes. 73% of you said no. There you go. And Gummy says, Casemiro with 30 games a season rotating with Ugarte is so important. We can't put a price on senior experience for these young lads' development. We can. It's 350k a week for a bench player. So we can put a price on it, Gummy. Darren, welcome to Members Club. Anders, welcome to Members Club as well. Thank you very much. Everyone who's tuning in. There was something I was going to say and I've completely forgotten what it was going to be. Yeah, it's gone. It's definitely gone. It's gone. Right. Do you think Onana is going to be a big risk again, says Hayden? Thank you very much. I think in relation to Onana, does La Liga kick off this weekend? Mallorca against Real Madrid, 8 p.m. Sunday. Oh no, it's 18th of August. I think with regards to Onana, very, very good point. And, you know, there's some shaky moments in that first half again. But I will always say this. We are playing a deep line again. And we've got a goalkeeper that may as well be De Gea. Like, we've got a goalkeeper that wants to play out from the back and we're playing a deep line. So you're not playing to what you bought him for. This is why we've bought Yoro and this is why we've bought De Ligt. We've bought 2 high-line centre-backs and we've got Martinez as well. So what I'm hoping to see is that we finally do start to get that line higher up the pitch and then we can see more of about what Onana is. Now that De Ligt and Mazraoui are done, where do you see the next priority? Says Z3 Music Official. Well, it will be... it will be the midfield. It has to be the midfield. No doubt about it. Mark, the difference between Ashworth and Burrows is clear. We've been negotiating good in the market, says Chin. Who's Burrows? Been here from the start. Another United Stand season. Let's go, says Fabish. Colin Bolger's just gifted a membership as well. Players are coming out on the pitch. Now then, thoughts on Ahmad for the Golden Boots, says Ruben. I think he'll have to go some for that. Full of positivity after today's signings. United to finish 3rd and win the Europa League. We'll take that, Marty. We'll take that, Marty. Sanchit, thank you very much for your super chat. And why is the chat obsessed with Rashford, says Humphrey? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm ignoring it because the chat is the community and that's the way it works. But there is a lot of Rashford stuff that I think is a little bit unfair considering, you know, I don't think Rashford had any worse a half than Mason Mount or Harry Maguire, you know? And I gave them all a 6. So, you know, what I will say is all through the half, Ahmad's done more. And you want more. But you know, he might turn it on in the second half, and he should have scored. Nice to see us having lots of 45 possession against City, playing out from the back. I think we look shaky, but going forward, we look decent, says Dags. Anana here for better pass accuracy than De Gea, then why are we still not utilising it? I did not see any distribution, even if it's a deep line, says Sapatashi. Well, again, look, Anana's got the ball here, right? So in this situation, he'll pass it to Maguire or Evans because they're under no pressure. But when they're under pressure, then now, look, who wants it? Who wants it? Johnny Evans? He's done all right there, Johnny Evans, but that's what I mean. They're playing out from the back under pressure. We haven't even got the defenders for it, really. Good play here by United. And Rashford's pace will take him in. Can he cross it first time? No, he can't because he's going to take him on. He's held on to that for way too long. Got to cross that first time. Fucking hell. What? He's got to get this cross in. He's got to get that cross in quicker. Do you think Toby has potential to bench Casemiro, says Primo? No, because I think we're going to buy a midfielder to bench Casemiro, if I'm being honest. I believe Casemiro will redeem himself and find form. It's up to the fans to accept it when. We're too quick to write him off. He's class, not a has-been, says Milverton Richards. Mate, unless he's going to find a yard of pace, I don't agree. You know, he is a class player. Like, some of his passes are brilliant, but he's not. I don't think he's going to find that yard of pace. Liverpool's Carvalho to Brentford package is worth 27.5 million, inclusive of add-ons. That's a good deal for them. Didn't they buy him from Fulham in the first place as well? Blue Saber says, we can't play from the back when we don't have any defence. Cheers from LA. Thank you very much, pal. And Constantine says Casemiro's sadly been our best player in an uneventful first half. Well, I think it was Ahmad, but there you go. What do you think about Rashford there? I think the first time pass to Ahmad was difficult, especially when he's right-footed. So I don't necessarily think that was on unless he's left-footed, which he's not. But from the next phase, he should be still trying to get it in quickly, and he just held on for it for too long. Darren says Casemiro's just turning up for his gyro. Thanks for the super chats. Oh, I know what I was going to do. We're on the road to 910,000. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 300 away. So bottom right-hand corner, subscribe. Get involved with the United Stand. We are live every morning at 10 o'clock, every afternoon at 2, and every evening at 8. And I will be live at 8 tonight because there's just so much to discuss. Not even match related. I think we've just got to assess what day it's been in relation to the transfer window. It's been amazing. Mount's ball there was shit. I thought it was good. You know, when you think he's probably just hit a really good pass and then it's shit. I'm tired of the long ball. I'm tired of the long diagonal ball. We're so predictable. Should see some subs in the second half, yes. Oh, here we go. Man City 4v3. Well done, Martinez. Well done, Martinez. That was... Oh, then Casemiro loses the 50-50. And Delo with a good tackle as well. Fullback saving us there. Mason Mount goes down, and that's a free kick. Yeah, good play. Good play by Martinez and Delo there. Should have been a yellow card for Diaz. Thanks for the support from the chat. Ahmad is cold, says Yaj. Obviously, it was Yaj earlier telling about his friend Kevin, who sadly passed away. Savio playing with his cock by the looks of it there. Excited to see Xerxes super calm on the ball, says Ronan. Yeah, I feel like Xerxes is one of those players that we just don't see. Like, he was part of the Euros, hardly came on. He's now part of United on the bench. Just want to see him, you know, playing more than 5 minutes. What would you rate the transfer window now, Mark, says James? Well, you should never rank it until the end. But at the moment, you know, bit of hype. I would probably give it another misplaced pass there. I would probably give it a, what we got? Yoro, Xerxes, Delitz, and Mazraoui in. Still not solved the midfield. And we've got Greenwood, Donny, Cambuala, and Wan-Bissaka out. I'd give it a 6. Give it a 6 because you've got to say, in relation to expectation at the start of the season, good tackle Casemiro, good play Bruno, diagonal into Rashford. He ain't getting that. I don't like this diagonal. It kills so many attacks. I mean, Casemiro makes a good tackle. Bruno turns. There's space to run into. And we just hit the diagonal. Like, we could have carried that ball a little bit further there. A few people saying, do you think Rashford looks slow? He can't be slow. I think that, no, he can't be slow because he's had a summer off. He's had a proper pre-season. He can't be slow. I've not noticed that he looks slow, is what I'm saying. There'd be no reason for it. Unless he's jogging. Yeah, if he's not sprinting, he might be slow. But in a straight sprint, I can't see why he'd be slow. Mark Bell, welcome to the Members Club. Bell End. I know who it is. Goal! Bruno Fernandes! No, he's offside. Offside. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Yeah, he's off. It's a lovely ball by Martinez. In behind. And it's tell you what, if you've ever watched me play FIFA career mode, I've scored so many goals like this with Bruno. It's nice to see him do it in real life. How many goals have I scored with Bruno like that over the years in FIFA career mode? What do they call it? The R1 finesse. I've literally scored about 100 of those over the last 10 years. But no, he was offside. He was offside. He was offside. Lovely finish though. It's my brother Alan's birthday today. Please call him a Pratt. I was going to call him a Pratt Ashish if he was called Alien. But yeah, it's definitely Alan. And yeah, I've done that one. Thank you very much for the super chats. Appreciate it. It would have been a Ricky silence of that. I'm telling you now, Beth, Bruno is not the answer. It's McTominay. It was a lovely finish by Bruno, but look, we might win this game. We've definitely grown into it. Here's Casemiro. And now Man City come away with O'Reilly. And it's a 4. Oh, no, they took the wrong pass. Haaland. Good tackle, Maguire. And shoots wide. Need Garnacho on for Rashford. He will provide effort, says Jacob. I'd be interesting to see the subs, because if you're bringing Garnacho on, which you have to, you've got to take Rashford off out of your two wingers. If you take Ahmad off, you're doing it through favouritism, really, aren't you? Which we don't want to see this season. I'd take Mount off for Xerxes, definitely. But I think what he might have to do is take off people like Bruno. That's a short pass by Casemiro. He's sold Maguire a hospital pass there, and Man City are back in the attack. Just careless. You can't afford to be careless. Good play by Delo. Right, here's Mainu. Don't play the diagonal, Bruno. There we go. Now Rashford's got to play the pass. Play the pass. Play the pass. That's it. Give it to Bruno. Good ball. Okay, Bruno's going to switch this. That's a good ball out to Ahmad. Here we go. Isolate the fullback. Go on, Ahmad. Good cut back. Oh, unlucky. Ahmad again. I mean, look, this is Vardiel. That's a lovely cross by Bruno, you know. Oh, that's where you need a number 9. That's where you need a number 9. That was a look at this cross by Bruno here. And it's Ahmad making things happen again. Lord, what a cross by Bruno. Nobody's anticipated it. Nobody's anticipated it. Why is Casemiro so far forward there, though? I mean, if they break, we're in trouble. Corner. Man United. Have we improved our set pieces? Let's see. Any chance Delit will be ready for Friday? I'm hoping so, Anthony. I'm hoping so. And Sky says, can you call my boyfriend Josh a prat? Josh, you're a prat, apparently. And Mount with the cross to the back post. Maguire. No, they're going to get rid of that. Garnacho and Ahmad need to start against Fulham. Just me or Rashi looking uninterested again. Something really wrong with him. We still got this game, says Lewis Johns. Rashford gets the easiest ride. He's 27 and crap, says Mario. Well, 4 substitutions here. McTominay, Collier, Garnacho and Pellistri. So he's probably going to take all his wingers off. Ray says, I'd take Bruno off for Xerxes. Let's see what Mount can do in a full 90 minutes. Ahmad's off. No Xerxes either. Ahmad and Mount off. Ahmad and Mount off. I don't know. Maguire's off. And I don't know who else is off. No Sancho, yeah. How is Rashford staying on? Mainu off as well. I don't get that. I'm sorry, I don't get that. That's bullshit, that is. Ahmad's had a complete pre-season and doesn't need to come off after an hour. So I get like taking off Maguire and Mainu. You know, Maguire's had a knock and you know, Mainu's playing his first game. But I don't see the point in taking Ahmad off. You know, is that to prepare us for the fact that you're going to play Garnacho and Rashford against Fulham? It's fucking, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I don't think that's fair. Although Rashford has gone down the middle now. So I suppose maybe we'll see Rashford going off for Xerxes soon. Garnacho's playing off the left. Pelistri's playing off the right. Rashford's gone through the middle. Delow's gone to left back. Martinez is centre back with Evans. And I don't know. I don't know what formation we're playing here. I don't know who's playing at right back. Because Collier's in the midfield. And so is... Oh no, Bruno's playing on the left. McTominay's playing at 10. Which means it's Collier and Casemiro in the midfield. And... Pelestri would be playing at right back. Yeah, I think Pelistri's playing at right back. Ahmad and Mainu off and Rashford and Casemiro staying on. These are confusing and frustrating substitutions, but let's hope it leads to a win, says Deuce. I think he's just giving minutes to as many players as he can, ready for the season, says SK. Here's Doku. It's going to be tough for Pelistri up against Doku, I tell you that. Maybe he'll give Rashford 10 minutes up front and then he'll get Xerxes on. Look at Doku there, told you. Man City just on the attack here. That's going to be a shot just wide. Next sub, Sancho for Bruno and Xerxes for Rashford, says Ziggy. I can live with that. I can live with that. I can live with that. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks everyone who's getting involved. Appreciate it. Man City are about to make a sub. Xerxes is just going to go and have a run. And Eriksen and Anthony and Sancho. So I think those players will be coming on soon. I'll tell you what, the font on the back of the Man City shirts looks shite. Maybe it's to increase McTominay and Pelistri's value, says Baz B. Doesn't it look shit, Man City's font on the back of their shirts? It looks like someone signed it. This is their new player, Savio, coming on for Doku. Had a very good season with Girona last year. And see us surrender possession with Casper's free roll, says Steve Woodley. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Dear, dear, dear. How is Seb after the Delit news, says Chris. Well, you saw him. He was on me bloody he was on the bloody video reaction, wasn't he? He's not happy. He's a very big Harry Maguire fan. Probably Maguire's #1 fan, actually. I don't think there'll be many people out there who, you know, absolutely love Harry Maguire. But, yeah, you can have 6 subs, apparently, and we've made 4. But we can't get them all on then, can you? Anthony, Sancho, Eriksen, Xerxes. Only 2 of them can get on. Good play by Collier. Nice to see Collier on again. Toby Effenberg. Oh no, you can have 7 apparently. You should be stood up, Mark. Yes. Too lethargic. Am I right? No shots on target either way, says Sally. Yes, you are. Do you think Man City will win the Premier League this season, says John. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah, I do. We all do. Only 6 days until Man United play their next game, by the way. First game of the season, Fulham. I'm nervous about that. I'm more nervous about Fulham than I am about this. You know, we've got to win that game. Here's Garnacho on his own. Go on. Garnacho to me looks bigger. Physically looks bigger. McTominay. Oh, don't fucking let it run across your body. Should have hit that first time. Yeah, Garnacho looks a bit taller to me. Which is going to happen. He's 19. He's going to physically develop. You know, we saw it with Ronaldo. We'll see it with Mainu. We've seen it with Rashford. We've seen it with Greenwood. I'm not standing for another Ten Hag on Rashford's meat season, says Stuart Walker. I'll be with the media on Ten Hag out. It's already frustrating. Mate, I don't know what people expect. It's down to yourselves. I said this morning, if I see us hitting long balls this season and cutting inside and shooting from 30 yards, I'm calling it out. It's year 3. Each your own this year. We shouldn't have sacked Ten Hag last year, and we didn't. This year, it's year 3. It's the trilogy. So, you know, I don't think anybody has to be patient anymore. This season is the season where I think everybody makes their mind up, isn't it? Did you see Michael Owen's Premier League predictions, says Nath? Nah, I'd rather look at the bottom of a toilet pan when someone's had a shit, to be honest, Nath. And corner to Man City. Headed away. We've been better on the set pieces, I'll be honest. We haven't looked like conceding from a set piece, which is a new thing. That's a good cross. And a good block by Pellistri. Rashford's untouchable. Manager doesn't want him sulking, says Avi. Somebody was just saying, has anyone had any shots on target? Well, here you go. Stats carousel coming in now. No one's had a shot on target. Yeah. Go on, give it to Garnacho. But you know what? I always say this about Garnacho as well. He's only been on for like 5 minutes, and already you feel that there's something there. And you get that feeling with Ahmad as well. And I think that's where sometimes some of the criticism comes for Rashford, is that you see Ahmad on the ball and you feel like something's going to happen. You see Garnacho on the ball and you feel like something's going to happen. And with Rashford, it's just sort of like, you don't feel like it's going to happen. And that's something he's just got to change. Ad says, McSauce is a prolific baller. How does Rude accept Ten Hag decisions like Ahmad off, says Tennyson Clothing? Look, what we don't know is that maybe Ahmad's carrying a bit of a knock, but it does seem a little bit weird to me. Nunez has got himself booked for Man City. Martinez back at left centre-back. Only 100 subscribers away from 910,000, by the way. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Below at left-back. Bad pass. Oh, bad pass by Johnny Evans. A lot of bad passes out there today. That will come with match sharpness, of course. And that's going to go out. I think Evans, Martinez have done a great job of keeping Haaland quiet. We always keep Haaland quiet, Abby. Well, we don't always do. He has scored against us, but a lot of the time, United keep Haaland quiet. To think McSauce is older than Vardiel, says Prajwell. He said Arsenal first, Liverpool second, Villa third. Here's Bruno, straight at the keeper. We've got the long ball. So Michael Owen apparently said Arsenal first, Liverpool second, Villa third, and City fourth. Like, stick to horses, mate. Bloody hell. I mean, that's why you don't need to play the game to talk about the game. It's a lovely ball in behind, but Martinez is there. Good tackle. Mike B says McTominay is the world-class player that never was. Here we go, ×3, says Lockie. Yeah, you make sure you get the ball there. This game has been so exciting that I folded the laundry, washed the curtains, ate lunch and took a dump, says Sean Atwood. Corner to Man City here. We've been good on the corners. There it goes. Headed away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Another corner, Man City. Who's got to take it? Will we see Xerxes for even 20? God, surely you've got to give him 20 fucking minutes, mate. He's been training for 2 weeks. Fucking hell. Get Xerxes on, for fuck's sake. I'm tweeting it. Bang a retweet. 20 minutes? Come on. It's pre-season. Sorry, I've just got to send this. Sorry. Yeah, 73 minutes and still no Xerxes on the pitch. I mean, I don't understand this. We're playing a competitive game against Fulham on Friday. Rasmus is out for another month. And we have not tried our new striker for at least, even 15 minutes. We've put Rashford up front and he's done fucking nothing. And we're not trying a guy that we spent £40 million on. And we're playing Fulham on Friday. I mean, I'm baffled by this. Unless he's carrying an injury as well, why on earth would you not give somebody who's been in pre-season training for 2 weeks 20 minutes to have a go? He's sat down now. I don't think he's coming on. He's sat down. Free Xerxes, says Jackie Boy. I'm just very disappointed that you can't throw him on in a Community Shield last pre-season game. I mean, he's got no chance of starting against Fulham, has he? I know we're not in for him, but would you take Evan Ferguson at United, says Connor? I do think there's a good player there, yeah. Yeah, I do. Casemiro has misplaced far too many passes, says Marty. Well, this is what I was saying to people at half-time. They were jumping around on... Thank you. They were jumping up his arse at half-time after a couple of good passes. Here we go, Garnacho into Rashford. He's hit the fucking post. Oh, get off. If I speak, that's 2 goals he's missed today. Oh my God, mate. It's not even a confident finish. As he hits his shin, he doesn't even make contact with his foot. Two one-on-ones missed. We would have won it then. Owen said, if we score more, we'll win, says Angel Bomb. Mark, I know we're not in. Have done that one. Thank you very much. Lovely play by Garnacho, though. Really good. I can't answer the question in the chat. I don't know why we spent £40 million on Xerxes and not brought him on for at least 10 minutes in this game. Don't know. I said it at half time. Xerxes, that player you just want to see play and never gets anything more than 5 minutes. Unless you watched him play for Bologna last year, which I don't think many of us did, all I've ever seen Xerxes do is play in highlights. Whether it's 5 minutes at the end of a Dutch game or highlights of Bologna. I've never seen him actually play for longer than about 20 minutes, it feels like. Seems like Rashford doesn't want to score, says Zavi. Funnily, Xerxes scores that, says Michael Pedley. Rashford out, Xerxes in, says Jackie Boy. Why is Rashford shooting with his shin, says Constantine. I don't even know if they're warming up. I'm trying to have a look on the far side. I can't see. No, there's no United player warming up. They're all sat down. Apparently the ball bobbled to Rashford. Oh, fucking hell. He wants to play on the pitches I played in growing up. I mean, muddy, bobbly. That's how you finish. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 10 subscribers away from 910. Absolute legends. On the road to 2 million. Big season ahead. Same old problems. Oh, I'll just tell you what. I'm so out of routine here. I just realised I've got to set up a match reaction. Collier. Here we go, Rashford. Bit of space. Redeem yourself. Interesting ball to Garnacho. He's looked lively. Shoots from distance. It's going to be a corner. Well, you know what? Just because I like Garnacho, I can't say that I like that. I don't like the cut in and shoot from 30 yards. We do that a lot, and it doesn't tend to work. But another corner for United here. See what happens. Bruno. It's not Bruno. It was Bruno. And, oh, Rashford heads it towards McTominay, who kicks thin air. That's what happens when you're a ghost. You're not real. Yeah, that's gone wide. Yeah, he's nowhere near it, really. He was near it, but he wasn't kicking near it, if you know. So, yeah, a lot of people talking in the chat about Xerxes. Well, some people are even saying get Sancho on. Bernardo Silva comes on for Man City. They haven't brought De Bruyne on, have they? I don't think we've seen that. But 10 minutes to go. And they've got a 3v3 here with Bernardo Silva into Savio. United have got their players back now, though, and he's overran it, which is good. They've still got the ball, though. He's bringing on Sancho. Sancho coming on. Xerxes sits back down. 10 minutes to go. That's the truth. I've just seen it in the background. Oh, what a goal by Garnacho! He's won it at the end. Individual brilliance. The boy is back. Absolutely fantastic. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Goal Nacho wins it for Manchester United. I tell you what, that is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. That's what you want from your wingers. Ahmad on one wing, Garnacho on the other. They make things happen. Look at this. Lovely play by Pellistri as well. I mean, give Pellistri some credit. He wins the ball back. Bruno gets it to Garnacho. And then it's just all about, this is what I'm going to do. And it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. We've got two wingers who can terrorise defences this season. One of them's called Ahmad. One of them's called Garnacho. And that's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Super goal. Whew, 83 minutes. Garnacho with the goal. Jadon Sancho's come on for Rashford. Answers on a postcard about Xerxes. I've got absolutely none. Wonder what excuse Simon Jordan and TalkSport will dig out now to criticise Ten Hag. Yeah, I mean, that's why it's nice to win, John, isn't it? Top four nailed on, says Robert McCormack. Get in, get in, get in, says B. And please let's give Pellistri some credit. Outstanding, says Mario Franco. Viva Garnacho says say it now. And Billy as well. Ridiculous that Xerxes not on the pitch, says TT. Why is he hiding Xerxes? I mean, look, that you know, that is something to take a look at, I suppose. But Bernardo's just gone in on Garnacho there. I'd need to see this again. It's very late. Little fucking twat. Knobhead. Yeah. No need for that. Martinez has gone in and had a word on him. Well, you know, it ain't easy, bruv. Some people just can beat City. I do think it's interesting what happens against Fulham though, because Garnacho has to start, and therefore I think Ahmad has to start. So, you know, it is interesting in that sense. But Man City will push here in the last 5 minutes. What we got? 4:45, 5 minutes to go. Nice positive result. Nice positive result. And to be honest, I think apart from the first half an hour, we've been in the game. Ever since those couple of Ahmad runs, we've been in the game. I mean, Man City haven't had a shot on target. And you think about the chances that we've had. Rashford should have scored 2. The cutback from Ahmad should have been a goal. Yeah, Man City hit the post, but we've created the better chances. You can't argue with that. Definitely created the better chances. Look, what it means for the actual season is very little. This is nowhere near Man City's best team. It doesn't have Rodri in it. It doesn't have Foden in it. It doesn't have De Bruyne in it. It doesn't have John Stones in it. You know, but we've got a lot of improvement to make as well. So, thanks everyone who subscribed, by the way. I think we've hit 910,000 subscribers on the road to 2 million. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know what's gone and happened? That little twat, Bernardo Silva's just scored a goal. Little fucking twat. Dirty bastard. Goes and fucking fouls Garnacho off the ball. Should have got a bloody red. And then the little shit is there scoring an equaliser. I fucking can't stand him as a footballer. I mean, he's a good footballer, but he's a little shit. And, I mean, you've got to look at it here, United. It's just a little bit easy, isn't it? Martinez gets turned and Pellistri ain't never going to have the height. I mean, he does his best, Pellistri, but he ain't never going to have the... I mean, it's 2 little hobbits at the end of the day. Neither of them are that big. It's a shame, that is. It's a shame. 89th minute as well. Yeah, you can't... I mean, he's not a right back. He's not a right back, is he? Back post problems as per usual, says Dement. Dimitri. Ion says, hi Mark, it's my birthday. Hope we win. Martinez gets spun every game and people forget that, says Robert McCormack. Does this count as a trophy, Mark? Says usually. I don't count it as a trophy. 5 minutes added on, and then I think it goes to penalties, if I remember correctly. I'm massively confused why Xerxes not been playing. You know, is he another player we bought injured? Like I'm just absolutely confused as to why we bothered to buy Xerxes and then not fucking use him. I just don't get it. No, there's no extra time. No extra time. God, they've never done extra time in the Community Shield. People would go mad. Bruno playing 90 minutes again, says JJ. Some things just don't change, do they? I think the favouritism's got to stop. Look, Bruno's one of my favourite players as well, but it's his first week of training and he plays 90 minutes. Xerxes had 2 weeks and plays none. It doesn't make any sense. Bruno started training on Monday and he's just played 90 minutes. Xerxes started training the Monday before and he's played 0 minutes. Really needed Maguire and McTominay to shine, so create interest go, says Mr. M. Wilding. I mean, I'm proud of the lads, but this is a joke, says Alfie. Don't worry, the Arsenal game prepared us for penalties, says Dino. Just take the small positives and build on it, says SC. And that's what you get when you go long for no reason, says RSB. Some people are coming because Man City equalised. It's the same old shit, isn't it? Do you think Girona will pay 600k for Xerxes, says Parker. I don't know what that's meant to mean. Do you think he just brought some people on to put them in the shop window, like Pellistri, McTominay, Sancho? And do you think that's actually a good idea? Rashford can't miss his penalty because he's not on the pitch. Co says, if it goes to penalties, you need to start Mystic Seb's match prediction. Yeah, he did say it would go to penalties and it would be a draw. Ten Hag bought McTominay instead of Xerxes, says Raz. Look, I can't speak about stuff that I don't necessarily have the knowledge on. Although I've made a career out of it, some would say. But no, I mean, look, it's baffling how some of these players have only trained for a week and they're playing 90 minutes. And then Xerxes has been in training for 2 weeks and doesn't get one. Now, the only logical thing I can think of is he carrying an injury? Which would mean 2 out of our 3 signings have got injuries. But no, 2 out of 2 of our players have got our signings have got injuries. Parker says, penalties, can Zeb run my bookies? Ten Hag said Xerxes is still being integrated to the system. That's why he isn't on yet. What fucking system? Oh, come on, mate. You've had a right clanger there, Churma. What system? Sitting on the edge of the box and whacking the ball long? I'm sure he's done that at under-10s football. Bloody hell. You're talking like we're Man City. Xerxes needs a couple of weeks to understand the system. We've had a couple of years, man. Disappointing. Really disappointing. Subs horrible, says Zooting. With Højlund out, it's not worth risking Xerxes for a friendly this close to the Fulham game. Oh my God, PQ, that's even worse. Are you battling with the previous guy? So we're not going to play players to give them match fitness in case they get injured in the next game. How's about match fitness might actually make them fit? Bloody hell. Come on. Knock, knock. Wake up. I tell you what, I was in a good mood. And I just think it's ended rather frustratingly with, you know, a silly goal conceded and penalty shootouts, which really isn't required. But there we go. Good performance, but we should have won it already, says Pascal. Yeah, look, I mean, I think standout for me. Don't forget to play our Super 6 game, actually. Get entered. The code is UTD S6, free to play. There's a £2 million jackpot in week 1, and we're going to be playing it each week within our league as well. So check that out. Donny van der Xerxes says, Jackie boy, we don't have a system under Ten Hag. Mark, you'll come around and want Ten Hag out. I know you will. No, Zooting, can I... Nearly fell over my bloody chair then. That would have been ironic because I'm standing up. Can I just make this very, very clear? I fought for Ten Hag to get the job. And I fought for Ten Hag to keep the job. No other media outlet fought as hard as we did. I'm not saying we're a media outlet. To keep him. But I always said there's people in the chat who wanted Ten Hag to get sacked who I respect. I don't respect people calling him a bold fraud. I think that's just vile. But I don't mind people saying Ten Hag's not the guy. What I said was he deserves season 3. We deserve season 3. If they got rid of him, it would always be what would have happened if we'd give him a 3rd year. So I completely agree with keeping him, wanted him to stay and want us to do well. But I also said back in May, if it goes to shit in year 3, I'm not going to sit there stubbornly like people do with Player FC going, oh, I back him. I'll say no. And I'll say no, Ten Hag, I've backed you for 2 years, but this is shit. Get your coat, get your cap, get your car, drive to the fucking airport, get on a plane and go. But no, you know, there's no points in being Coldplay going back to the start. It's time to deliver. You know, we've got to see improvement. And a lot of people made some valid points in that game about favouritism. Why did Ahmad come off after an hour and Rashford didn't? Why did Rashford go up front when Xerxes could have come on? Now, the answers may be that we don't know. Maybe Xerxes injured, in which case, what the fuck? You know, but not giving your new striker signing 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, a full game in a pre-season game, the last one of the season, when you've just given Bruno 90 minutes when he's only been training for a week, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, does it? We were at least equal. Think back to when they were cooking us with 6, as Ryan. Apparently first Manchester derby penalty shootout, says Jide. In response to Zuteng, we won't see Ten Hag ball until we get more of his style players, says Martin. And Ten Hag's obsession with Rashford's going to get him sacked, says Jims. Not sure about you, but I'm happy with the way we played regardless of the results. Oh, Mott, the penalty shootout does not matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's if we lose on a penalty shootout, no one gives a shit. I don't even count the Community Shield as a trophy, so I hope we win, but I'm not going to be like, oh my God, my weekend's ruined either way. Philip says, can we talk about how good we moved the ball? Have we moved the ball well though? I've seen glimpses. I've also seen a lot of long balls. I don't like long ball movement of the ball. So, you know, we need to see more of that. Anyway, into the shootout. It's Bruno Fernandes stepping up for Manchester United, and he scores. Of course he does. Of course he does. 1-1 in the game. And I know. Neil Filer, welcome to the Members Club. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. I think we've played well today. Casemiro looks good as well, says Art. Okay, now. I don't know what game you were watching, mate. Sad to see Wan-Bissaka go, but happy to see both De Ligt and Mazraoui in. What do we think about these signings, says Cameron? And Arna saves from that little shit. And Bernardo Silva as well. We're happy about that. We're happy about that. Lee, thank you very much for your super chat. In all fairness, we did carve City open quite often. We played quite well considering it's all our previous players, says James C. And these stupid penalties are happening because we're still lacking in the transfer market, says Mohit. Right. Delo. Got a good penalty technique. I'd back him. I'll back Delo. He hits it hard. He'll put it in the top corner. Watch. To the keeper's right. Oh, he's... Yes! Told you. Was to the keeper's right. Went a bit low, but he's got a lovely technique on his penalties. Look at this. It's all about the power and the placement. I mean, Edison probably should have saved it, but the power was there. Have that, Bernardo, you cocky prat, says Jace. Yeah, couldn't have happened to a nicer player. De Bruyne, didn't even know he came on. David Barlow says, I thought the keeper might have saved that initially. He won't be saving that one. Here's Garnacho. Oh, yes. 3. I think we're going to win it on penalties. I've done it again. I'm sorry. I've done it again. Short form videos are awesome. Keep them coming, Mark, says Scarecrow. Thanks, pal. Wheelbarrow's talking about De Gea. I don't know what he's talking about. You know he left a year ago, mate. You said if you win, you would do a show topless. No, I didn't. That's a lie, Parker. That's an absolute lie. I wouldn't have said that. Here's Erling Haaland. So it's 3-1 to Manchester United at the moment in relation to penalties. Can you do the Anthony celebration? I need the chair. Not when I'm standing up. If I stand up on that chair... No, it's too dangerous. Is it just me or does Rude look like he's never kicked a ball in his life? Happy with the way we played. Thanks for all the content. Stay blessed, says Clayton Daniels. Thank you very much. Right, here's Haaland. He will go... Keeper's left. No, he went to his right. I was going to say that as well, so I can't blame Onana. 3-2. United just need to keep scoring here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Let's just get those stats up on the game for the game altogether, actually. 56% possession. Total shots 9-8. We had 2 on target to their 1. They had 6 corners. Passes, they were a little bit more. That's not too bad. Here's Jadon Sancho. Don't be missing this, mate. Stroke it in. No, he's missed it. You know what? I didn't think he would miss. And... sort of like him and Rashford, innit? You know, they've had a bad day at the office today. It's a good save by Edison. It is a good save because he's got it and tipped it up, but fucking hell. Dear, dear, dear. Well, if they score this, they're back in it. And I've done it again. Savio. I can't jinx it. I'm just a man. If I had those powers, it'd be great. Savio scores, bottom corner. He's an annoying one as well. I'll tell you straight away, that Savio's got an annoying face. Yeah, you're on the list. Good penalty. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Casemiro is taking penalty 5. Well, hopefully he won't do what he did against Coventry and he'll actually take a proper one. Don't try and dink it down the middle or anything stupid. Mark, do you think our realistic target for this year, top 4 and win the Europa, Paddy? I'd take that. Good penalty. Good penalty. No pissing about that time. So it's Man City miss and we win, or we go to sudden death. Jinxbridge strikes again, says Fraser. Oh, sorry, Fraser. Last time I looked, we're still in it. We've not lost it yet, you bloody twat. Pratt. Twat's a little bit more offensive. Pratt. Hello, Mark. Been a while. Who makes your best footballer? Right foot. I ain't got time for that, Killen. I mean, Killen, it might have been a while, but what in your brain made you think in a penalty shootout that's about to go to sudden death? I'll ask Mark Goldbridge what his ideal footballer is. Right foot, left foot, header IQ and skills. I mean, there's timing and there's timing, isn't there? Bloody hell. Edison's just scored his penalty. I'd love him to have missed as well. Jinxbridge returns, says Chris. Scott McTominay didn't 1-1 in the top. We're into sudden death now, aren't we? So it's not like they were in the first 5. Just hit it. Scooby-Doo. Here we go. Shaggy. Scored. Good penalty. Edison went the right way. Edison went the right way. Good penalty. Let's have a look at it from behind. It's a bit like Delos, really. It's just a good penalty. Power. Position. In fairness, Edison's got closer to more penalties than Onana. Who's this? Nunez. The player that people didn't know existed yesterday. They were trying to tell me Nunez plays for Liverpool. I went, shut up. He also plays. It's a different one. Onana dives too early, says Connor. We've got 60,000 watching, by the way. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. Let's have a look. This could be the moment. This could be it. I think Onana's going to save this. Oh, what a penalty, you little twat. Straight into the top corner. He looked nervous. He looked nervous. That's the penalty. That's the best penalty. Watch this. That's like me. That's my sort of penalty. That's how I take it. You can't save them. Top cornered it. What a penalty. What a penalty. Reminds me of me. Why didn't he play Xerxes? I'll talk about that in the match reaction, Lewis. Yes. Yes, we will. Good penalty. From Martinez. Very good penalty. Just seen 2. City look rubbish. Arsenal could run away with it, says Liam Butler. This is it. Diaz is going to miss. Oh, you little twat. He's not that little, actually. Fox says, I just want it to end. I've got a meal at 6 o'clock. I've got to have a meal and be back for 8. Johnny Evans. I mean, this is where penalties get stupid, really. You know, when you're doing this, it's like sending up your gran. It's just stupid now. I think everybody's like, yeah, there's no credibility in this win now. Everyone can just say it's just stupid. You know, when you got Johnny Evans taking penalties, I know it's the rules, but yeah, it's just a bit silly. Missed. Over the bar. And that's what I mean. It's a technique thing. Yeah. I feel bad because Johnny Evans is a great servant to the club, but Benjamin says ITV doesn't work abroad. I mean, it was terrible. Oh, it's a horrible penalty as well. I thought he'd gone for the corner. He's put it over the bar, straight down the middle. Yeah, that ain't great. But it's the Sancho one, isn't it? Who missed the penalty? Sancho and... Sancho. It was the Sancho one, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the one. Akanji. Wouldn't expect him to miss. And he doesn't. And Man City win it on penalties. 7-6. Well, it's a shame because we were in a winning position, of course. I don't know why it says 7-7 there because I think it's added the goals on. Pep's really happy. They actually are quite happy about this, Man City. This is what happens with younger clubs who buy everything and don't really understand about football. I mean, it's the Community Shield. It's not that important. But Haaland's jumping around like he's won the Champions League. I mean, I really couldn't give two shits, to be honest. I don't even acknowledge this trophy, even if we win it. But, yeah, slightly embarrassing from City, but nothing out of the ordinary there. Yeah, let's get into the match reaction. We're going to go straight over there. Before we do, though, Super 6, don't forget to sign up for that for the new season. There's a £2 million jackpot for the first weekend, 6 games, predict your scores in that. We've also got an exclusive United Stand League that you can play in each week with the code UTD-56. Get yourself onto that. It's free to play. I'll see you on the match reaction where we're going to do player ratings as well in a moment. I'll see you over there.